Do you know that feeling of looking at your wardrobe and seeing a sea of black clothes, as if you had signed a lifelong contract with a single color? I went through this. I'm Carol, and I discovered that abandoning black was the best decision of my fashion life. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and leave your like to transform your elegance into something truly profitable. Black is like that too comfortable relationship. You know it works. But where's the excitement? Where's that flutter in your stomach when you enter a room and everyone looks? Don't get me wrong, black has its place. But if you're stuck in this monochromatic comfort zone, you're missing a world of elegant possibilities. Last week, I was at an event and observed something fascinating. The truly remarkable women, those who exuded power and genuine sophistication, weren't wearing black. They were wearing colors that conveyed personality and purpose. And that's when I became absolutely certain. Black may be classic, but it's rarely memorable. When I was 33, I worked in an extremely formal environment. The unwritten dress code was, wear black if you want to be taken seriously. I followed this rule for months until one day I decided to take a risk. I wore an outfit in one of the colors I'm going to show you today. My boss, a very elegant woman, called me into her office. I was apprehensive, thinking I had made a mistake. Instead of a reprimand, I received a compliment and a promotion 2 weeks later. Coincidence? I don't think so. Before we get to know these 7 transformative colors, I want to share a secret with you. If travel is part of your plans, and you dream of being that woman who makes an impression from the moment she steps into the airport until the last day of travel, you need to know my ebook, Be Elegant When Traveling, Global Etiquette for the Sophisticated Traveler. The link is in the first pinned comment, because elegance doesn't take vacations, darling. 1. Navy blue, discreet sophistication. Navy blue is like that elegant friend who enters the room and everyone notices, but without exaggeration. It's the color that gives you the same seriousness as black, therefore working in formal environments but brings a touch of softness that black could never offer. When I was 30, I went to an important interview wearing a navy blue suit while all the other candidates were in black. The interviewer commented on my choice, saying it showed personality without losing formality. I was hired. Navy blue has this magical power. The most interesting thing is that unlike black, which can drain the energy from your face, navy blue enhances your skin, so you look more radiant, but without removing the seriousness needed in formal environments. The French, who are masters of elegance, love to replace black with navy blue. Did you know? Color psychology teaches us something fascinating about navy blue. It conveys confidence, intelligence, and stability. Studies show that people dressed in navy blue are perceived as more trustworthy and competent in professional environments. So, at your next important meeting, try replacing your black blazer with a navy blue one and observe the reactions. Let's talk about essential pieces in this color. A structured blazer, tailored pants, and a midi dress are investments you'll never regret. Navy blue has yet another advantage over black. It doesn't fade as easily. Your pieces maintain the intensity of the color for much longer, which means your investment lasts longer. For those with brown eyes like mine, navy blue creates a contrast that makes our eyes look more expressive and luminous. It's almost like instant makeup. And for women with gray or platinum hair, navy blue is simply stunning, creating a sophisticated contrast that black, being so intense, ends up overshadowing. 2. Caramel. Warm sophistication. Caramel is that color that screams, I'm rich, sophisticated, and I know what I'm doing. Even if you're in your I wish I were rich phase, like me. This earthy tone can instantly convey luxury. Once, I went to a birthday party wearing a caramel set. A lady came up to me and said, your outfit looks like it was tailor-made in Italy. It was a common piece I found on sale. Caramel has this superpower of elevating any piece to another level. Caramel works because it has the same versatility as black but adds warmth and coziness to the look. It's less obvious, therefore more sophisticated. It pairs perfectly with white, cream, and even black. Yes, they are great friends. Being a softer neutral color, caramel flatters all skin tones but in different ways. For lighter skins, it creates an elegant contrast. For darker skins, it creates a rich and luxurious harmony. Did you know caramel is considered the color of discreet wealth? It's no wonder that major luxury brands like Hermes and Max Mara use it extensively in their collections. It's the color that symbolizes quality and refinement without ostentation. Perfect for the woman who wants to be noticed for her elegance, not for her effort to appear elegant. The trick to wearing caramel is in the accessories. A structured bag in this color instantly elevates any look, even the simplest one. A caramel belt over a white dress creates a look worthy of a fashion magazine. And for the more daring, caramel shoes are much more versatile and sophisticated than traditional black ones. A valuable tip: keep your caramel pieces well cared for. Being a lighter color, it shows signs of wear more easily. A good waterproofing product for bags and shoes and proper storage for clothes ensure that your investment lasts for years. And unlike black, caramel ages gracefully. It gains a patina that only increases its charm over time. 3. Dark green, natural sophistication. Dark green is that color that whispers elegance without needing to shout. It's like a mysterious forest in the form of clothing. It conveys depth, mystery, and a connection to nature that black could never achieve. I have a dark green dress that I've worn for years at important events. Invariably, I receive more compliments with it than with any black outfit I've ever had. People comment that the color brings life to my face and highlights my brown eyes. Kate Middleton, one of the most elegant women in royalty, frequently chooses dark green for formal occasions. It's not a coincidence. This color brings authority combined with accessibility. You look important but not intimidating. Dark green is especially effective when you're tired and need a boost. While black can highlight dark circles, dark green distracts from them and brings light to your face. It's practically an instant beauty treatment. What few people know is that dark green carries a history of nobility. In the Victorian era, high-quality green pigments were extremely expensive and exclusive to high society. This historical legacy still remains in our collective subconscious. We associate dark green with power and prestige. A fascinating detail. Dark green works wonderfully well under artificial light. While many colors lose their intensity under office and restaurant lighting, dark green maintains its depth and richness. For dinners and evening events, it surpasses black in elegance and impact. For mid-size women like me, dark green has another benefit. It creates an elongated silhouette without the flattening effect of black. A dark green dress or tailored suit enhances curves without highlighting them excessively, creating an elegant and balanced presence. Try a wrap dress in this color, you'll be surprised by the result. A styling trick: combine dark green with gold accessories instead of silver. This combination creates a luxurious look that refers to European aristocratic salons. A simple gold brooch on a dark green blazer completely transforms the look. 4. Gray, versatile sophistication. Gray is like that refined magazine editor. Discreet, sophisticated, and always appropriate. It's the color that manages to be serious without being severe, formal without being rigid. Once I attended a lecture about colors, and the specialist said, "Gray is the new black for those who really understand elegance." I was intrigued and started incorporating more gray into my wardrobe. The result? Comments about how I looked more sophisticated and less obvious in my choices. The secret of gray lies in its infinite shades. A light gray for summer, a heather gray for mid-season, and a charcoal for winter. It's a color that adapts to all seasons and occasions. The most fascinating thing about gray is how it serves as a perfect base for colorful accessories. That red bag, that turquoise necklace, everything looks more elegant on a gray background than on black. It's fashion mathematics. I'll tell you an image consultant secret. Gray photographs infinitely better than black, especially in professional and social media photos. While black often loses details and looks like a textureless block in photos, gray maintains its structure and allows all the sewing and modeling details to appear. In an era where our digital image is as important as our in-person one, this makes all the difference. High-luxury fashion designers like Giorgio Armani are masters at using gray. Armani, known as the King of Gray, built an empire based on this color that he describes as having the acceptability of navy blue, the functionality of black, but much more chic than both. When you choose gray, you're in excellent company. A practical tip: invest in a gray suit or tailored set. It's the type of piece that works for job interviews, important presentations, formal social events, and even weddings. Black can seem severe or funereal on some of these occasions, but gray never makes that mistake. For those who, like me, love pink but fear looking childish, gray is the perfect partner. A gray set with a pink blouse or accessories creates a perfect balance between femininity and professionalism. It's like saying, "Yes, I love pink, but I'm also a serious professional." Gray neutralizes any potential excess of pink. 5. Wine. Sensual sophistication. Wine is that color that says, I am powerful, sensual, but never vulgar. It's the perfect balance between intensity and refinement. Years ago, I went to a wedding where most of the guests were in black. I chose a long wine dress, and honestly, I received more attention than the bride, which is not always good, but you got the point. The wine color has this ability to stand out without seeming like you're trying too hard to do so. The interesting thing about wine is that it works as a neutral, just like black, but brings that extra touch of personality. You can combine it with practically any color and it will always look intentional and elegant. For those who have brown hair like me, wine creates a natural harmony that enhances our beauty in a subtle and sophisticated way. It's as if this color was made for us, women of powerful melanin. There is a historical reason for the sophistication of wine. In ancient Rome, fabrics dyed in this color were extremely expensive and reserved exclusively for senators and emperors. The imperial purple pigment, similar to the wine we know today, was extracted from a rare mollusk, and thousands of them were needed to dye a single piece. The wine color carries this legacy of exclusivity and power. An interesting observation. Color psychology studies show that people wearing wine tones are perceived as more confident and self-assured. In a competitive professional world, this perception can make all the difference in a negotiation or important presentation. Wine has yet another advantage over black. It is extremely flattering for all skin types. While black can create a severe contrast with very fair skin and disappear on darker skin, wine creates a harmonious balance with any skin tone. It's a universally flattering color. For those who, like me, have a mid-size body, wine has a magical characteristic. It creates a more defined silhouette without marking imperfections. A wine pencil skirt, for example, defines the waist in a much more elegant and flattering way than a black one. It's that subtle detail that makes all the difference in the final composition of the look. In terms of investment, wine pieces tend to remain relevant for longer in the wardrobe. While black may look worn after a few washes, losing its intensity, wine ages more gracefully, maintaining its chromatic richness for much longer. 6. Beige, ethereal sophistication. Beige is like that woman who enters the room and everyone thinks, how does she manage to look so effortlessly elegant? It's the incarnation of discreet elegance. Sophia Loren, an icon of Italian elegance, once said that beige is the color of discreet confidence. When she wanted to be noticed for her presence and not for her clothes, she chose beige. And it worked. I have a beige coat that is the most expensive piece in my wardrobe. It was an investment I made at 35 when I decided I wanted to be taken more seriously. And you know what's amazing? It never, ever goes out of style. While my friends swap black coats because they look dated, my beige one remains current. The trick with beige is to choose the right shade for your skin tone. If you have lighter skin, opt for a darker beige to create contrast. If you have darker skin, light beige creates an absolutely stunning, luminous effect. Beige has a little discussed secret. It is the color that best conveys luxury and quality. The great haute couture ateliers, like Chanel and Dior, use this color extensively in their most exclusive collections. Why? Because beige instantly reveals the quality of the fabric and construction. While black can hide imperfections and economies in quality, beige exposes everything. And that's why when you see a well-made beige piece, the impact is immediate. There is a practical reason to invest in beige pieces instead of black ones. They are much more versatile in terms of climate. While black absorbs heat, becoming uncomfortable on hot days, beige reflects sunlight, staying cooler. A beige tailored set works perfectly from winter to summer just by adjusting accessories and layers. A tip I discovered from a French personal stylist: beige creates a cascade effect of elegance. When you wear a quality beige piece, your other pieces automatically look more refined by association. It's what the French call the halo effect. One piece elevating the entire composition. For those who, like me, value a beautiful home, beige also creates a visual harmony between your appearance and your home. It's no coincidence that the most sophisticated interior design environments frequently use neutral palettes based on beige tones. When you enter such an environment wearing beige, it creates a visual continuity that conveys refinement and attention to detail. The strategy of truly elegant women is what I call whispered luxury, one that doesn't need to announce its presence. Beige is the essence of this approach. Unlike black, which can look like a uniform, beige demonstrates a conscious and refined choice. 7. Mustard. vibrant sophistication. Mustard is that color that says, I have personality, I am confident but never vulgar. It's that touch of controlled boldness that makes any look instantly more interesting and sophisticated. This color has a fascinating history. In ancient India, fabric dyed with saffron, which gives this mustard shade, was considered sacred and exclusive to royalty and monks of high hierarchy. Even without consciously knowing this, we still associate this color with distinction and exclusivity. I have a mustard dress that I wear for special events. Invariably, I receive comments about how I look different and memorable. It's because this color has presence. It doesn't ask permission to enter an environment. It makes a triumphant entrance. Mustard has an impressive advantage. It illuminates any skin tone. While black can drain the vitality from the face, mustard adds a golden glow that is especially flattering for those with brown skin and eyes like me. It's like having a natural light filter that enhances our best attributes. What very few people know is that mustard is considered by many designers as an advanced neutral. This means that, despite being a color, it functions almost as a neutral in terms of combinations. It can be used with navy blue, green, wine, caramel, and even with other shades of yellow, creating sophisticated and harmonious looks. A notable characteristic of this color is its seasonal versatility. In autumn and winter, mustard in fabrics like wool and cashmere brings coziness and visual warmth. In spring and summer, in linen and cotton, it conveys freshness and controlled joy. It's an adaptability that black, being so associated with formality, rarely can offer. For those who, like me, value individuality, mustard represents the perfect balance between classic and contemporary. It's traditional enough to never seem excessively trendy, but distinctive enough to demonstrate personality and confidence. It's the color for the woman who doesn't blindly follow trends but defines her own path. In practical terms, mustard is extremely photogenic, which makes it perfect for our digital age. While black often loses details and texture in photographs, mustard maintains its richness and impact in any media. For those who maintain a professional online presence, this is a detail that makes all the difference. A valuable tip for those who want to experiment with this color: start with accessories. A scarf or a mustard bag can instantly transform a basic look into something memorable. If you already have more confidence, try a midi skirt or a blazer in this shade. They are versatile pieces that can be easily integrated into the existing wardrobe. And there you have it, darling. 7 colors that will completely transform your wardrobe and your presence. It's not just about replacing black. It's about expanding your repertoire of elegance, creating a unique visual identity, and mastering the art of authentic sophistication. Start by incorporating one color at a time. A navy blue blouse here, a caramel skirt there. Observe the reactions. Feel the difference in your own confidence. True elegance is in this conscious experimentation, in this discovery of what works specifically for you. I remember when I used to watch those fashion transformation programs and noticed how the participants always looked younger, more radiant, and more confident after abandoning the dominant black in their wardrobes. It wasn't just the clothes. It was a change in mindset, an expansion of possibilities. One of my elegance mentors told me something I never forgot. Black is a hiding place, colors are a celebration. When you choose to leave the hiding place and celebrate your presence through colors, something magical happens. Doors open, connections become deeper, opportunities arise. And you know what the best part of all this is? You don't need to be rich to be elegant. Elegance is in the choice, the intention, the way you combine and carry your clothes. A well-chosen caramel set from an accessible store will always look more sophisticated than a black outfit without personality, even if it's branded. I really want to know which of these colors caught your attention the most. Tell me in the comments which one you'll incorporate first into your wardrobe. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and leave your like to have access to more content like this. For travelers, don't forget to check out my ebook, Be Elegant When Traveling, Global Etiquette for the Sophisticated Traveler, available in the link of the first pinned comment. Next week, I'll show you how to put together complete looks with these colors for different occasions. We'll explore combinations, accessories, and styling tricks that will further elevate your elegance game. Always remember, elegance is not what you wear, but how you choose to wear it. It's an attitude, a state of mind, a way of honoring yourself and the world around you. And speaking of honoring yourself, Abandoning black as a fashion crutch is one of the first steps toward truly profitable elegance, the kind that opens professional, social, and personal doors. It's this type of elegance that transformed my life and can transform yours too. Until the next video, this is Carol from Lucrative Elegance reminding you that your elegance is your superpower. Use it wisely.